Hello everyone, I just hope you all have gone through my recorded video. Quickly just recap what we have studied yesterday so that we can move ahead with the chapter. Okay, as I have promised, I will explain you the entire chapter today. I will try to do so. So let's just begin. I was discussing with you, I have discussed with you all Panna Dai. Panna is actually a Hindi version of Panna means emerald, and Dai is actually the name that is referred to nurses usually during those days. So Panna Dai was a nursemaid to Uday Singh. Panna Dai was a nursemaid to Uday Singh. So who was Uday Singh? I have already discussed with you all. He was the fourth son of Maharana Sangram Singh. Okay, so she used to look after the young prince who was the same age of her son. When Uday Singh's uncle tried to kill him, Panna Dai sacrificed the life of her own son to save Uday Singh. So here again from this entire paragraph we get to see the nature of that nursemaid who actually treated Uday Singh just like her own son. Rather, we can say he was more than her own son. She sacrificed her own son's life for the sake of Uday Singh. To save Uday Singh's life, she did not hesitate to sacrifice her own son's life. Next, as I have told you, I will discuss what is Damon and Pythias. As you can see, Damon and Pythias are the characters from Greek mythology, the classical mythology, and they are famous for their legendary friendships. They are known for their legendary friendship. Let me just quickly tell you what is Damon and Pythias and why are they known and why we are discussing here about them. Okay, so they are the two friends noted for their mutual loyalty. Okay, they are the two friends, they are noted for their mutual loyalty. They were very much loyal towards each other, and Damon offered himself as a hostage for Pythias, who was to be executed for treason by Dionysius of Syracuse. When Pythias returned to save his friend's life, he was pardoned. So from here we get to know about their legendary friendships, that they were very much close and they were very much loyal towards each other. One was ready to sacrifice oneself for the sake of a friend. One is ready to willingly sacrifice oneself for the sake of a friend. So that is what they were famous for, and their friendship actually changed the mind of Dionysius, the cruel king. The cruel king was forced to set them free after seeing their friendship. He was so much overwhelmed to see their friendship that he did not keep them as hostages. Okay, so that's this story about Damon and Pythias. Next, I have discussed with you all yesterday about Bhojila village in Uttar Pradesh. Bhojila is actually a village in Uttar Pradesh where a girl lived, okay, who was very brave and who was very bold. Okay, so I remember, I think I have discussed, I have said something wrong yesterday. So the villagers, I remember I made a mistake there. I told the villagers used to hate her, but it's not like that. The villagers liked her for she was good natured. So I'm extremely sorry for that. I explained a bit wrong. It was not dislike, but the villagers liked. I used a wrong word. Instead of disliked, it should be liked. Okay, so I made a mistake there. Kindly rectify that. Don't listen to that. The villagers actually liked her for her good nature. Okay, so she was very brave, she was very bold and fearless, and for that reason the villagers living in that particular village liked her very much. Okay, and she was also known as the tigress for her bold behavior. Why? Because we have also studied about the story of a leopard which she managed to kill single-handedly alone with a stick, and that is why probably she was known as a tigress, which is also nicknamed as Jhalakari. When Chalakari grew up, she got married to a that is what we have discussed yesterday. So now we will enter into today's topic. I will move ahead with the rest of the story. So if you are listening to me, class, please pay attention and listen to me carefully. So far it was just a recapitulation of the work that I have done yesterday. So now today we are going to discuss and move ahead with the rest of the story. So please pay attention. When Jhalakari grew up, she got married to a soldier in the army of Rani Lakshmi Bai and went away to live with him in Jhansi. So now what happened? Jhalakari grew up. She was a small child. Okay, now what happened? Slowly she grew up and she got married to a soldier in the army of Rani Lakshmi Bai. We all know who was Rani Lakshmi Bai, so I don't need to explain this again. Then she went away to live with him in Jhansi. That was how the Rani chanced to see her one day. She shall be my companion, the Rani ordered, for she liked the girl's frank and fearless manner. They became good friends, and every day the two young women went out riding together. They fenced, wrestled, and practiced shooting with revolvers and guns. So those who are listening to me and sitting with a pencil in your hand as I instructed you all yesterday, please mark these lines. They fenced, wrestled, practice shooting with revolvers and guns. So this is an important line. You might get some short questions from this particular line, so mark it. Okay, so this entire paragraph is important, where it is being said that Jhalakari grew up and she got married to a soldier in the army of Rani Lakshmi Bai, and how she got attracted to Rani Lakshmi Bai, and how they both got close to each other and they became very good friends, and how Rani Lakshmi Bai started liking that girl called Jhalakari because of her fearlessness and frankness. Okay, and what did they do together? These two young women, they went out riding together. They fenced, they wrestled, they practiced shooting with revolvers and guns. It's an important line. This entire paragraph is important. If you are listening to me, kindly please pay attention and mark them. Okay, use a pencil. I repeat, use a pencil and mark them. Okay, and this green boxes, as you can find the green boxes, the word meanings are already given there. Fenced means, class, fought with long thin swords. When you fight with your sword, that is called fencing. Next, those who troubled times, and everywhere there were rumors of war. The British had expanded their territory in India. They had a trading company called the East India Company. Its officers ruled the people of the land harshly. There were troubled times, and everywhere there were rumors of war. Okay, so there were troubled times. Troubled times here means with problems and difficulties. Okay, there were rumors of war. Rumors means there was no exact wars, but there was a conception that war is going to happen, but though it might not be really. Okay, so that is why it has been said rumors of wars. The British had expanded their territory in India. So Britishers, as we know, that they were slowly growing and they were expanding their territory in India. They had a trading company called the East India Company. So trading company, this is important, class. I might ask you a question from here. Name the trading company. So you have to say what was the name of the trading company during that time. East India Company. Okay, so important. Please underline that. Its officers ruled the people of the land harshly. So its officers, the officers given over there, the officers who worked there in that company, they were very harsh people. They ruled the people of the land harshly. They treated the people who worked in that particular land very badly, very harshly, and very rudely. In 1857, fighting broke out all over the country. Everywhere the people rose in rebellion against the British rulers. The British fought back, and thousands of people were killed on both sides. So what happened in the year 1857? Fighting broke out all over the country. Okay, there was fighting. People were fighting against each other. Rose in rebellion. What is the meaning of rose in rebellion? Fought against the government, here the British. Okay, so they fought against the British fought back, and thousands of people were killed on both sides. So thousands of people were killed on both the sides. So there was a terrible condition. In March 1858, the British troops attacked the fort at Jhansi. Their heavy guns bombarded it. Okay, so what is the meaning of bombarded? Continuously attacked a place with guns, bombs, and cannons. Okay, so when you continuously attack a place with guns, bombs, and cannons, that is called bombarded. In March 1858, the British troops, they attacked the fort at Jhansi and they bombarded it. Okay, so it was a terrible situation altogether. People, the Britishers, everybody was fighting against each other. So it was, as you can see the picture, everybody is firing using guns, shooting each other. So this picture actually portrays the situation of that particular time. It was a terrible situation. The Rani's troops fought back bravely. Among them was Jhalakari. Never once leaving her beloved queen's side, she rode from one point to another, firing at the British soldiers with a steady hand and a sure aim. So the Rani's troop fought back bravely. The Rani's troops, okay, so Rani Lakshmibai's troop was also there, a part of that. Among them was Jhalakari, who was also, this Jhalakari, the striker, the girl named Jhalakari was also a part of that particular troop of Rani Lakshmibai. She never once leaving her beloved queen's side, she rode from one point to another, firing at the British soldiers with a steady hand and a sure aim. So again we can see, as before I have discussed about the story, the legendary, the classical mythology story of the two characters, Demon and Pythias. So here also you can find the same thing, the relationship between Rani Jhansi and the girl Jhalakari is also somewhat like that. Their friendship, their bond, we can compare their bond and friendship to that of Damon or Pythias, because they also were ready to sacrifice one's life for the sake of a friend. So was Jhalakari. She stood by Rani Lakshmibai very strongly and supported her every time when the British soldiers were steadily attacking, and they were very much, in the mood of fighting with each other. So this girl Jhalakari, the small little girl who has now grown up, did not leave her alone, and she stood by her side and fighted against the British soldiers with a steady hand and a sure aim. The enemy fell back. They had not expected such a strong defense of the fort. The British commander telegraphed for help and more troops came rushing in, but the Rani's army still held on. So what happened? But the army fell back. The Britishers, they lacked soldiers, okay? They were lagging behind. They needed help. So the British commander, the head, what did he do? He telegraphed. What do you mean by telegraphed? Used a process of transmitting a message long distance through an electric device. Okay, the British commander, what did he do? He telegraphed for help and more troops came rushing in, but the Rani's army still held on. But the Rani's army, they were very strong enough. They fought against the Britishers very well. Though the Britishers were lagging behind, they needed more help, but the Rani Lakshmibai's army did not step back. They fought against the Britishers in a very well manner, and they were very steady, and they had very sure aim. So that's all for today. I hope you have understood. I will come back again with the rest of the chapter. The story is a bit bigger one compared to others, so it will take a time. Kindly have patience and cooperate with me. Thank you.